bogged down by paperwork, when you really just want to focus on compassionate care, well, you're going to absolutely love how this system gives you your time back.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the public profile, intake and payments, managing the vet team, aftercare pricing, and finally the locum board. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The public profile.
So every QoLly practice gets its own dedicated public URL. It's just a simple /p/your practice. To get that live, the Setup Complete checklist provides a quick, clear path to launch. And this brilliantly illustrates how incredibly straightforward it is to actually get your practice off the ground. I mean, look at this. It's literally just 8 simple steps. You write a little bio, pop in a photo, punch in your experience, your contact details, set up your bank info, add a service, set up your drug safe, and pick an aftercare provider. Boom! You hit 100% and you are ready to launch. It's totally designed so you aren't spending your entire weekend wrestling with clunky software.
Yeah, you know when you're filling out those profile fields, you're really doing way more than just putting text on a screen. Adding a warm bio, a nice photo, and your years of experience, that immediately builds trust with highly vulnerable families who are out there searching for help. But actually, here is my absolute favorite hidden gem in these settings: your home or base address. Why does this matter? Well, because when you mark a case as complete, QoLly quietly operates in the background, using Google to automatically capture your one-way driving distance. How cool is that?
So, the crucial point here is that putting in just a few extra minutes during your initial profile setup, it pays massive dividends later. A complete profile builds immediate trust. It helps QoLly surface your practice to local families searching for help down the track, and, let's be honest, the absolute best part, it automatically captures your mileage for tax time. Literally, no more scrambling through messy, coffee-stained logbooks at the end of the financial year.
Section 2. Intake and payments.
The whole workflow here is intentionally designed to remove friction and, well, awkwardness. First, the pet owner receives your booking link. Next, they view your bank details right there on the platform. And finally, they pay by direct bank transfer before the appointment even happens. By handling the transaction up front, the actual home visit remains entirely focused on compassionate care. There's absolutely no one fumbling for a credit card in what is obviously an incredibly emotional moment.
Setting this up is a total breeze. You just input your account name, account number, and any specific instructions you want the client to see, like, please transfer. You can even set a custom reference prefix, something like QoLly-, which is then automatically prepended to their booking code. This means when you're checking your bank statement later, you know exactly which case the payment belongs to. It just makes perfect sense. But, of course, before they pay, they need the actual link. And QoLly handles this beautifully through custom text messages. You can craft exactly what you want to say, copy and paste it right into iMessage, and send it off. It feels incredibly warm and personal, yet it contains the exact link they need to fill in their details, which, by the way, only takes them about 3 minutes and even includes their consent form. It just keeps the whole shebang beautifully simple.
Now you might be wondering, how do we make those text messages fast for you? Well, QoLly uses something called placeholders. These are dynamic text tags. So you write your template once using tags like owner first name or proposed time, and the platform automatically swaps those tags out for the real details of each specific case. You get to send deeply personalized messages without having to manually retype names and copy-paste different links every single time. It's a huge time saver.
Section 3. Managing the vet team. Let's move to and see how this builds when your practice starts to grow, and you maybe bring on some additional help. A QoLly practice can easily support more than one vet. From the My Team dashboard, the practice owner can simply type in a colleague's email address and hit invite. The real beauty here is in the security and ease of use. The invited vet gets their own unique sign-in link to create their own account, so there are no shared passwords floating around the clinic. And if someone leaves, you just toggle them to inactive. It revokes their access while completely preserving all their past cases for your records.
What I absolutely love about this team setup is how it perfectly balances collaboration with strict clinical independence. As a team, you share the umbrella stuff, right? Practice settings, billing, the services offered, and the chosen aftercare provider. But, and this is absolutely vital for veterinary compliance, individual cases and personal drug safes are strictly separated. Each vet runs their own cases and manages their own drug stock. No crossed wires, no confusion.
Section 4. Aftercare pricing. Here, the platform allows you to pick a registered cremation provider right from a global directory. The provider maintains their own branding, which the pet owner will see. But as the vet, you maintain total control over your margins.
Right here in the settings, you can configure flat markup amounts. And notice how cremation markups and keepsake markups can be set completely independently of one another. You have total flexibility.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how the math actually works from the client's perspective. The platform takes the wholesale catalog price from your chosen provider, seamlessly adds your predetermined flat markup on top, and displays only the final total price to the pet owner. There's no confusing, itemized list of wholesale versus vet fees on the client's end, just one clear, highly respectful price.
And to make the intake process even smoother for grieving families, you can actually curate what they see. While the whole catalog is read-only from the provider, you as the vet can go in and click the little star icon to recommend specific cremation tiers or physical keepsakes like a ceramic urn. By starring these, they appear inline directly on the intake form. It gently guides families toward the best options without completely overwhelming them with, say, a massive 32-item catalog when they're already distressed.
Section 5. The Locum Board. We all know that end-of-life care is incredibly demanding, both emotionally and physically. You literally can't be on call 24/7, 365 without burning out. So what happens when you just need cover for a weekend, or, heaven forbid, a well-deserved vacation?
Well, QoLly built an internal notice board specifically for their network of vets. It's completely free to post, and listings stay active for 90 days. You can use this board to post when you desperately need someone to cover your practice, or conversely, if you have some downtime and you're actively looking for extra locum work in your region.
The privacy settings here are just so smartly designed. If you're posting that you are looking for help, your listing stays completely anonymous. It only broadcasts your region and the dates you need cover, which protects your practice's perceived availability until a locum actually responds. However, if you post that you are available for work, it displays your name so practices know exactly who they're reaching out to. Either way, QoLy just passes the contact details along so you can take the actual hiring conversation off the platform and keep it direct.
And that really brings us to the core philosophy of the entire platform, which is perfectly captured right here. Just enough practice software to stay yours. Every single setting we've explored today, from automated tax mileage and dynamic text messages to seamless aftercare pricing and the locum board, is designed to handle the heavy lifting of paperwork. It operates quietly in the background so that your crucial conversations with pet families remain present